Namaste. Happy Friday, everybody. So glad you are here with me, sharing your practice, showing up for yourselves. Hopefully, you are comfortable in your home this Friday morning. The best part about online yoga practice is that you can join us in your own home, however you want. Camera on, camera off. Totally up to you. So I have my calendar this morning. I thought I would share the affirmation for May 2nd. It says, "My voice is one of a kind. My contributions are unique and meaningful." That's pretty strong, pretty deep. My voice is one of a kind. My contributions are unique and meaningful. So therefore, with that, we should express when we have something to give, so a contribution to give. We should go ahead and express it because your voice is different from that of another person, and your opinion does matter. You are seen, you are heard, and you are valuable. All right, guys. Anybody new today? I am Tammy. I am grateful that you are here joining us with our online program, Hillbilly Yogi. All right, we're going to begin with our pranayama, just like we do every class. Please remember to be comfortable and to gather any props that you might need. Blankets, yoga block, book if you don't have a yoga block, yoga strap, tie, bell, anything you need. You're in your home, so you can be comfortable. Not everything has to be done on the mat. I have a little bit of allergies this morning, so let me grab a tissue for my nose. All right, guys. Let's begin in a comfortable position, and we're going to go over Nadi Sohana this morning, which is alternate nostril breathing. Now, the reason that we do alternate nostril breathing is to align our body, align our mood. Many times, if we're feeling very lethargic, like we just can't even get up, we are using the left side of our body. The right side of the body is what promotes our fight or flight anxiety. So we are typically breathing out of the right side. So with that, we're going to do Nadi Sohana this morning. So it's up to you. You can use your 2 fingers to block the nostrils. I like to use my forefinger and middle finger into the third eye, which is the top of your sinus cavity, and then use my thumb and pinky to close and open. So we're going to begin by closing off the right nostril, and we're going to take a big inhale through the left. Holding that air as long as you can, and then gently closing the left and exhale out of the right. Now our next inhale is coming in the right. Big inhales, and then close it off. Hold the air, and when you need to exhale, bring it out the left. And then repeat, coming in the left, holding out the right. In the right, holding out the left. If you're using my method, maybe you put a little pressure, apply a little pressure to that area, the third eye chakra, the top of the sinus cavity. Once you feel that you are breathing equally through both sides, let's drop our hands, palms up for receiving, palms down for grounding, and begin Ujjayi breathing, what we typically use. Inhaling and exhaling through both nostrils equally, bringing that air in through the nose, expanding the lungs and holding that air. And when you are ready, push that air back out through the nose. If you do not participate in any other movement of the day, take time to work on a pranayama breathing exercise. All right, from here, it's time to set an intention for this beautiful session and for our upcoming weekend. You are welcome to keep your hands where they are or bring them to heart center in any mudra. You take these next few breaths to set your intention. After setting your intention, we'll do an audible exhale from the mouth. Sealing that intention. If your eyes are closed, let's open those eyes. Release the hands down. And today we are going to do our warm-up standing. So coming up to a standing position. And make sure nobody's having any trouble logging in. Making sure here. And coming into a standing position, feel free to grab anything that you may need. All right, guys, relax those shoulders, get those feet set into the mat, and we'll inhale, lift our chin up. Exhale, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling down. Coming back to center. All right, keeping shoulders down stationary. Let's inhale. Look over your right shoulder. Feeling that stretch. When you're ready to exhale, bring it forward and look over the left. And flowing back and forth. Feeling the stretch. Slowly bring it back to center. Fantastic, guys. Let's bring those arms out to a T with the palms down. Inhale, roll those palms up as we look up, opening the chest, stretching the fingers. Exhale, chin to chest as we over-rotate the palms. And beginning to flow back and forth. I'd like to say welcome to our new subscribers that are joining us this morning. So glad to have you guys. All right, guys, when you're ready, let's come back with the palms up, fingers out. Bring those beautiful fingers into your shoulders. Inhale, shrug up. Exhale, round open. Let's make some big stretches, waking up our shoulders and rotator cuffs. Big breathing. And when you're ready, we're going to bring it around. Reversing. Maybe those elbows even touch. And then swinging out the arms. Alternate which arm is on top. Fantastic, guys. And shake those arms. Awesome. All right, let's bring our hands down to the knees and we're going to do some standing cows and cats. So I'm going to turn to the side just to show you. When you inhale, we're going to come forward, opening the chest, elbows back, arching the spine, coming into your version of a standing cow, looking up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine as the arms come forward, coming into a standing cat. And then beginning to flow from cow to cat. Feel that stretch. Waking up the body. And we'll slowly bring it back to neutral. Take your time to get there. All right, now on this next inhale, let's lean our bodies to the left, come down, and we'll exhale as we come to the right and up. So inhaling left and down, and exhale as you approach the right and come up. And making these big stretches, maybe you incorporate adding those shoulders into it. And when you're ready, let's bring it back up to standing and reverse. Coming right and exhaling left and up. Feeling the stretch. And slowly bring it up to standing. Fantastic, guys. All right, shake it all out. Nice. All right, we are going to come right into our practice. So, coming to the top of your mat, coming into a standing mountain. Palms forward, feet can be apart or together. Just make sure they're nice and set into the mat. Shoulders down. Let's inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. All right, let's bring those beautiful arms all the way up to us to Uttanasana and stretch it tall. Take that beautiful back bend. Straighten it up. As we exhale, we're going to swan dive to our Padasana, bringing the nose close to the knees. Now, we're going to stretch it here for a few breaths in Padasana, allowing the sacrum to guide you. If you feel tension, lift up a little bit. Maybe you need to bend your knees. Taking some breaths here in your Padasana. Hands can be under the feet, on the mat, behind the body. Big breathing. All right, next breath, we're going to bring our hands to the front of our shins as we gently lift our chin, looking down the nose, coming into Urdhva. Really stretching this Urdhva. First one of the class. All right, bend the knees, set the hands as we gently step back to our first plank. Now remember, your knees can be down, even forearms can be down. Let's tighten our core, tighten our glutes. Big breathing here. We're holding this plank for a few breaths. Big breathing. All right, let's chaturanga. Lower your body down and scoop it forward to either a sphinx, a cobra, or an upward facing dog. We're moving a little faster today. I think everybody in the class has worked with me and you are experienced with this. So once you determine which of the three is working for you today, come into it and we're going to pull our shoulders away from the ears. Tightening your core, tightening your glutes. And on your next inhale, we are going to look over the left shoulder. Turn and stretch that neck over the left shoulder. Exhale, bring it forward and look over the right. All right, let's inhale left. Exhale right. Coming back to center. Now from here, we're going to tuck our toes and we are coming back to either a tabletop, just bringing your knees, or tuck those toes and come all the way up into your downward dog. Now in the downward dog, we're going to lift our heels, bend our knees, walk the dog. On the next inhale, we're going to raise our right leg high and turn towards the right armpit. Maybe your knees are bent or your legs are straight. Opening that hip. Big stretch here. Holding and breathing. Pressing the left heel into the mat. Holding for 3 more. 2. And drop it down. Walk it out. All right, guys. Let's inhale. Lift that beautiful left leg. Turning towards the left armpit. Again, maybe the knees bend. Maybe they're straight. Big breathing. Holding for 3. 2. And bring it down, walk it out. All right, we are going to step our feet up to our hands and come back into Urdhva. All right, let's bend our knees as we bring our arms all the way up to standing. Touch those palms, down and release. Fantastic, guys. We just worked through adding some stretching. 1 round of Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. So now we are going to flow through our sun salutation 3 continual times before we move forward. So let's come up to our standing mountain. And remember, this is your practice. Do what feels good for you. If it's sitting back down on the mat and working through your breath, fantastic. This is your practice. All right. Coming into standing mountain. Inhale nose, exhale mouth. Release out anything that no longer serves you on that exhale. All right, next inhale, bring those arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, let's swan dive to Padasana. Inhale to Urdhva. Bend your knees, set your hands, and step it back to plank. Chaturanga down. Scooping it forward. Tuck those toes. Come back to either tabletop or down dog. And then step or hop those feet up to your hands. Coming back into Urdhva. You got this, guys. Bend your knees and bring those arms up. Palms down to heart center and release. Inhale nose, exhale mouth. Inhale up to Uttanasana. Exhale, swan dive to Padasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Bend your knees, set your hands, step back to plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tuck those beautiful toes, coming back to tabletop or down dog. Step or hop those feet up to your hands into Urdhva. Bend your knees and bring those arms up. Palms down. Release. Inhale nose, exhale mouth. Inhale up to Uttanasana. Exhale, swan dive to Padasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Bend your knees, set your hands, step back to plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tuck those toes, come back to tabletop or down dog. Step those feet up to your hands, coming into Urdhva. Bend your knees and bring those arms up. Down and release. Fantastic, guys. All right. Now, every day on your own, feel free to build on that. Maybe work it up to 5, 10, 15 of those in a row. Sun salutations. Fantastic work. And as you keep building, you're going to work your cardio as well as flexibility and strength. All right. Now we're going to come back into that standing mountain and we're going to move into a flow. So we're going to add some of our asanas as we flow through. All right, coming into standing mountain, palms forward, shoulders down. Inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. All right, let's bring those arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, swan dive to Padasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Bend your knees, set your hands, step back to that plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tuck those toes and meet me back in downward dog or tabletop. Now today from here, we're going to take a breath. And next we're going to lift our right leg to a nice three-leg dog. Bringing that right knee into chest, take a big breath. And dropping the right foot up between the hands. Back knee is up, but you are welcome to drop it. Nice. All right, we're going to bring our left hand, our right foot is in front, so left hand is coming to the mat, or use your book or block to place that hand. And we're going to turn to our right. Right foot is in front, so turning to the right and raising that beautiful right sun hand with the palm facing out. Stretching with those fingers. Big breathing, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring that hand down, set your block to the side and step back to plank. Step back to that plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tuck those toes back to tabletop or down dog. This time we're lifting the left leg to a square three-leg dog. Bring that beautiful left knee into your chest and set that left foot up. Back knee can be down or up. Now this time the right hand is coming to the mat or to the block. Once you have your footing, we're going to turn to the left and raise that beautiful left sun hand. Stretching it tall for 5, 4, 3 more, 2. Drop that hand, set the block to the side as you step back to your plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tuck those toes. Come back to that tabletop or down dog. And this time we're going to raise the right leg again. Nice square hip. Bring that knee forward. Take a big breath. And setting that right foot up. Back foot is in a runner's lunge. Knee up or down. We're coming up to Asana. So lift it up with those sun hands. Now if you choose knee down, you are welcome to untuck the toe. We want this front knee and our foot to be in alignment. So we don't want the knee to be up in front of it or back. Straight alignment of the ankle. Chest is open. Sun hands nice and wide. Opening that chest. Now we're going to push this right knee and right hip forward as we rise up. Or it's left, I believe, yeah. Left. As we rise up. Bring it back down. Step it back to plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tuck those toes and come back to that downward dog. All right, now we're lifting the left leg. Lifting that left leg, you lifted the right first. Bring that knee in and set it up. Back knee can be up or down. And come up to Asana on this side. Remember, knee is not forward or back. It's right in alignment with that ankle. All right, now we're going to lean it forward with our crescent lunge. And if that knee is down, untuck. And maybe you even give that back bend. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring those hands down. Step it back to that plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tuck those toes. Come back to that tabletop or down dog. Stepping those feet up to your hands and coming into Ardha. You got this. Bend your knees and bring those arms all the way up. Down and release. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. See if I had a question there. All right. All right, let's come back to the top of our mat. We're going to do one more flow and then we'll come into some stretching. Coming into that standing mountain. Inhale nose, exhale mouth. All right, let's bring our arms up to Uttanasana. Till Swan Dive to Padasana. Inhale, Ardha. Bend your knees and set your hands. Let's take a moment right here. And we're going to lift our right foot and bring it back to a 90. We're setting up for Warrior Two. So if a 90 is uncomfortable, some of you have had hip issues, you can have it at 45. You can even keep it at a runner's if you need it there. Now our left leg is in front, right leg is in back. We are going to stand up and cartwheel our arms all the way to Warrior Two. Coming into Warrior Two. Now maybe your lunge is deeper once you're up. Stretching the fingers, making sure both arms are elevated. And we're going to look over these front fingers. Now today, let's lift our heel if you want to try to increase the strength of that front thigh. Big breathing. All right, drop your heel, flip that front palm up, and rise back to Peaceful Warrior. Stretching tall, pressing that knee forward. Slowly, we're coming into side angle from here. So we're going to flow back through Warrior Two, and we're going to drop our front forearm to our thigh as we swing that back arm over, feeling that stretch along the right obliques, looking up to the ceiling. Now, some of you can bring your hand down, maybe to a block off of the thigh, maybe all the way to the mat. If you want to bind the upper arm, you can bring it down and place it on your lower back, your sacrum, with the palm up. And maybe you want to try a complete bind, lifting the hand and interlacing the fingers. Now, in this one, once you grab those fingers, we want to pull this right shoulder back and we bring our gaze up. So we're continuing to open the chest. All of it right here, this level 1 is fantastic for you. Honor where you are in your practice. Give your body and your mind what you need on this Friday morning. All right, guys, we're going to flow here. So we're going to inhale, come back to Peaceful Warrior. Exhaling to side angle. Flowing nice and steady. Always take your time with this, flowing to your pace, what your body needs. And when you are ready, we're going to meet back in that Warrior Two. Take your time to get here. Breathing through that Warrior Two. All right, guys, let's swing our back arm either over or under. Coming back to that beautiful Warrior One. Coming back, I don't think we've been here. Coming into Warrior One. So in Warrior One, we want to square the hips and press that knee forward. Arms are elevated. Hands can be in a mudra, open, your version. Now we're going to turn our back foot to a runner's lunge as we lean forward, hinging the upper body forward, reaching those arms forward, coming into your version of Warrior Three. Now some people want to bring their hands to a block as they try to lift the leg. Some people will stay right here, and some will be able to lift the leg and extend the fingers forward. Your version of Warrior Three. Come into it and let's hold it for 3 more. 2. Drop the hands and feet to the mat. Set that block aside if you're using it, and come back to that beautiful plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Tucking those toes, coming back to tabletop or down dog. Step those beautiful feet up to your hands, coming into Ardha. Bend your knees as the hands come up. Down to heart center and release. All right, we got to do the other side, and then we're coming down to the mat. Coming back into standing mountain. Inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. All right, let's bring those arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, Swan Dive to Padasana. Inhale to Ardha. Bend your knees, set your hands as we bring the left foot back. Setting it at a 90 or 45. And for some, a select few, you will need it at a runner's to keep the hips compliant. Once you have your footing, let's lift up, cartwheeling our arms all the way up, creating your version of Warrior Two. Checking in with our arms. One's not coming down. Looking over those front fingers. Big breathing. All right. From here, we are going to lift the heel if it's in your practice to build strength on that front thigh. Drop the heel, flip that palm as we come back to Peaceful Warrior, Reverse Warrior. Maybe you sink deeper into that front knee, or if you're having knee issues, maybe your leg is straight. Holding and breathing. Next, we're going to move all the way through to side angle. So remember, come through Warrior Two and then drop that hand down as we swing over. And the hand can come to the block, all the way to the mat. You can even bind that upper hand and come into a full bind and pull that shoulder back as you look up. Your version. All right, everyone, we're going to begin to flow now. Inhaling back to Peaceful Warrior and exhaling to that side angle. Taking your time. Breathing nice and deep. When you are ready, we will slowly bring it back to Warrior Two. Take your time to get back to Warrior Two. And swinging our back arm, either overhanded or underhanded, coming into Warrior One. Now in Warrior One, we want to make sure that we can square our hips. That's why I mentioned the foot not at a 90. Maybe today it's 45 or even runners. Eventually you'll work towards getting that back foot to a 90 with squaring the hips. Continuing to breathe, coming back to your intention. All right, guys, let's all turn our back foot to a runner's lunge as we approach Warrior Three. Now in Warrior Three, we're going to hinge forward, reaching those fingers forward, looking down, and maybe we lift the leg. Maybe we bring our hands to the block, gaining some support with our balance. Maybe our foot never leaves the mat. Honor what you need and hold and breathe here. For 3 more. 2. Let's drop it down and bring those beautiful hands and feet into a plank. Chaturanga down. Scoop it forward. Now from here, take a breath in this inversion and then slowly come back to a child's pose. Back to a beautiful child's pose. Taking a few moments to breathe in that child's pose. All right, everyone, let's come up into a tabletop. We're going to do a few flows in this tabletop. Always be kind to your knees. You're in your home, grab extra blankets or padding for your knees. Make sure that the hip to knee, the knee to ankle are in a 90-degree alignment and fingers are spread wide. All right, we're going to move through a spinal balance today. So we're going to bring our right arm forward as we kick the left leg back. And when you're ready, lift that leg as we lift our gaze. Stretching those fingers forward, stretching the toes back. Big breathing. Holding and breathing here for 5, 4, 3 more, 2, and bring it down and shake it out. All right, now we're going to try it on the other side, rooting our right hand down as we try to lift the left arm forward, fingers forward. Kick the right leg back. Lift the toes, stretching those fingers forward, stretching the toes back, holding and breathing. Let's hold here for 5, 4, 3 more, 2, and bring it down, shaking it out. All right, now we're going to do a tiger flow. And tiger pose looks like this. We kick the leg up and then we raise our gaze as if our foot were going to reach the back of our head. So we're going to start our tiger flow with the right foot. Coming into tabletop. On the inhale, we're going to bring the right knee to our nose, under the abs, and then exhale. Kick up as we look up, coming into tiger. Hold that tiger for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, kick into tiger, and let's hold it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, hold that tiger for 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, let's hold it this time for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, shake it out, whatever you need. Even if your wrists need love, give it to them. And we're going to try tiger on the left. So on the inhale, we're going to bring that left knee into our nose, under our core. Exhale, kick back, look up. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, kick into tiger, hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, kick into tiger, hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, hold for 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, kick into that tiger. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, and bring it down, shaking it out. Nice, 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 guys. Fantastic. All right. From here, let's come into a seated position. And we are going to bring our right knee facing forward. Now, that leaves this left leg. We're going to cross it over. We're doing a hip exercise, cow face pose. So this left knee we're going to try to bring it across to where the knees would stack. But today yours might be here, here. Only go to your edge. Feeling the edge. Once you feel a little bit of a pull, stop. You're at your edge. All right. Now, we do not have to incorporate hands today. You can just bring your hands to your feet, to your knees. You can even use your book or block because we're going to bring our head down to the knees. So on the inhale, we are going to look up, feel that stretch, lifting the chin. Exhale, bringing that forehead down as if it's going to rest on the knees or your stacked fists, palms, block. Feeling that stretch. Hopefully you are feeling something in your hips. And we'll slowly lift it up. And we're going to switch sides. We're going to bring the left knee forward on the mat. And then swing your right leg over. Maybe you're here, here. Maybe you can stack the knees. Coming into your version. And once you are at your edge, stop. Inhale, let's lift that chin. Lifting tall through the torso. Exhale, tuck the chin, bring that beautiful forehead down towards the knees, stacked fists, block book. Your version. Feeling that stretch in the hips. Big breathing, making room with each inhale to come deeper on the exhale. All right, guys, let's slowly come out of it. And we are going to bring those legs out and shake them out. All right, now we are in stack pose, both legs out in front, sits bones ground down. We're going to bring our hands, fingers forward, right by the hips. Now we're coming into a reverse plank. And if reverse plank does not work for you, reverse plank is keeping the legs straight and lifted. You are welcome to bring those feet where the knees gently bend and come into this version of a yogi bridge. So coming into your version, and once you're ready, we're going to inhale, drop those feet, and lift those hips and open the chest, looking up to the sky, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core. Holding and breathing here for 5, 4, 3 more, 2, and drop it down. Very nice, guys. All right, maybe you need to shake out those wrists after that. We're going to bring our forearms to the mat now. And gently bring the knees up. Get your sacrum situated into the mat and bring those knees into the chest. All right, we have the support of our forearms here as we do a few yogi pushes. So inhale right here. Exhale, kick those legs out. Beginning to flow, inhaling in and exhaling out, not allowing those feet to touch the mat. Giving our core a little love. Feel free if you need less tension to kick high. More tension, kick low. Breathing and flowing with your breath at your pace. Feeling the stretch, feeling the strength. Big breathing. Keeping the core engaged. We're going to keep flowing for 3 more breaths. Two more breaths. One more breath. And when you're ready, let's bring those beautiful knees in. Take a big inhale. And let's exhale. Kick those legs out and hold here for 5, 4, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Drop those legs down, coming down to your spine. Let's hug our knees into our chest, gently rocking, massaging. All right, guys, let's bring those beautiful legs up the wall. And our hands can be by the hips, under the hips for support. And you are welcome to even bring that book or block under the sacrum for support. Totally up to you. Now, we are going to give our hips and our core a little more love by flexing the toes and beginning to trace the face of a clock, making circles. Make those circles as large or small as your body wants to make them. Big breathing. Feeling the stretch, feeling the strength. Next, we are going to bring those feet around, reversing, coming into a reverse. Big breathing. Feeling the stretch, feeling the strength, going at your pace. Fantastic, guys. When you're ready, let's bring those feet back, and we are going to keep them flexed. And on this next inhale, we're going to drop those feet 10%. Keeping that core engaged, continuing to breathe through the core. You guys have been awesome during this class. You are in control of your body. Connect your mind with your breath. You've got this. All right, we're going to bring those legs halfway down now. Breathing through the core. Bringing those heels down to hover the mat. Not allowing them to touch the mat. Fantastic, guys. All right, next breath, we're going to bring those legs halfway up. Halfway, you've got this. You're almost there today. And bring them all the way up. And let's point the toes as we give our hamstrings a little love. We're going to scissor those legs back and forth. Again, it's up to you how quickly or slowly you move. It's up to you how fast or slow that you go. All right, guys, we're going to take it for 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then slowly bring those legs back to legs up the wall, gently hugging them into your chest, and maybe some nice rocking. From here, let's bring our legs long and our arms overhead, stretching those toes to the bottom of the mat, stretching those fingers to the top of the mat. Maybe you walk those hands and feet over to the right corners of the mat.
Try color pasta salad.
Sí.
All right, let's bring those legs and feet to the left corners of the mat. Making your body like a banana. Coming back to center, we're going to hug those knees in one more time. All right, guys, you have made it to your happy baby. Bend those knees, bringing the elbows to the insides of the knees. Hands can be on the outsides of the feet. Push with the feet, pull with the hands, rocking your baby. Maybe you bring the soles of the feet together into a butterfly, or gently straighten one leg at a time. Taking these last few moments to engage in any asana, any stretch that you might need that we haven't covered today. Maybe you are ready for Savasana. Coming into your Savasana, you are in your own home. Feel free to lie on your mat, on a couch, a recliner, somewhere comfortable. Feel free to use a cool cloth on your head or rub some oils as you come into your Savasana, guys, on this Friday morning. Allowing the body to release down now. Using your props, anything you need to find comfort. You've created a lot of prana today. Allow that energy to be directed where you might need it during these last few minutes of class. Maybe you move your body and your mind somewhere in nature. Maybe today you're floating on the clouds. Allowing your body to relax. Allow the earth to hold you. There are no expectations here, just you and your breath, allowing the healing energy to move about your body. Asking yourself what you might need today and inviting it in with each inhale. Knowing you are worthy to receive your needs. With each exhale, letting go of what no longer serves you. Release it. Making room for a positive journey. Giving yourselves a few more breaths in this space. Now invite you to slowly bring your awareness back to your space, to your mat. Maybe you begin by wiggling your fingers, your toes, maybe a full body stretch. Maybe you want to stay as you are, or turn to one side. I invite those who wish to come up to a comfortable seat. And wherever you are, let's bring those hands to heart center today. Giving ourselves one last boost of energy. Rub those palms, feeling the heat between the palms. Cupping those palms over the eyes and moving that energy where you need it. Is it in your thoughts? What you see? What you hear? The words you're speaking? Is it in your heart? Or do you have a physical need today? I would like to thank each of you for coming here today, sharing your practice with me, showing up for yourselves. Please remind yourselves every day this weekend, you are seen, you are heard, and you are valuable. Keep loving and living. Namaste. Thank you, guys.